Yo, what's good, man? It's the Pt2 podcast back here with part two. Back here again. Let's get this game going.
Oh, we're
All
doing it
right.
again?
Yeah, we're doing it again,
Okay.
man. Like if you win two times,
The twofer.
you take a bottle of water from here.
It is on.
Actually, if you win again, you win yourself a free photo shoot.
Oh, right.
All right.
Okay. Definitely on now. Trying to get all evened out here.
All right. So this next episode, this next part, I just wanted us to kind of like talk about your upbringing in terms of like your business world, you know.
Okay.
So how did Trend Up store actually started?
Actually, the name Trendup, I started out doing styling.
Okay.
I always wanted my own store, at least 10 years before I even opened the store.
Okay.
Even when I lived in New York, I always like go to like those boutique shops and retailers and just envision my own store. So when I came to Buffalo, another reason what pushed me was that I couldn't shop in Buffalo in 2009, 2010. There really wasn't that many options for like cool stuff yet. Like Elmwood Avenue
Right.
was all like women's stores at the time. There was no like streetwear stores. You had Galleria, which is pretty generic at the time too.
Right.
So I kept going back to the city to go shopping, and everyone liked what I was wearing. And I thought, well, the rent here is cheaper, and I always want my own store, so why not give it a try?
Why not give it a try? Seriously. And when did your store actually open up? Well, when was the first day you said, you know what, let's cut the red ribbon? And
It
then
was March of 2016.
2016. So you've been there for a long time. You've been out Allen Street for that long, or you've been
No.
moving around?
Moved around. I started off in the Market Arcade building downtown, Main and Chippewa.
Okay.
It was a cool spot at the time. There was a lot of like different stores in there.
Actually, I was gonna get a studio in there, but it was so small for one point. And I was like, you know what? Let me try to still get one, you know. And then this lady did me wrong, man. I will never forget.
Was it recently?
Yeah, it was recently.
Yeah, that's kind of why I moved out of that building. I know who owns that building.
This
I actually
lady-
broke my lease a year early.
Really.
Yep.
Yep, she
was
was
a
she was
lot.
tweaking. I think they really thought like, I don't know, cause some people really leave their stuff hanging, like, you know, and probably they thought that I would be bringing people to come for the interviews and they might take something from there, which I understand, but I would make sure nobody touches anything.
Right,
you
so you're
know?
stereotyping you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But you know, it's whatever though. We move on.
Exactly. Go
We got a bigger place.
Exactly.
got a
Better
bigger
location.
place.
That's why I feel. I broke my lease a year early. I always want to be on Allen Street anyways because that's the
Right.
vibe I wanted. But in 2016, it was a lot. Plus, there wasn't anything available yet. And that building was cheap
Okay.
for what I thought.
Yeah, it was
should
cheap.
be.
It was like $400,
Yeah.
like
It was-
403 something.
Yeah, it was like 3 something when I was in there.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I was like, this is a great place to start. I just had 2 racks, a table, and every weekend I went out to different events, do showcases, vending, fashion shows, get the name out there. Sometimes I'll stand in front of the building and just pass out flyers and walk up and down Main Street,
Wow.
get the name out there. So I spent the 2 years doing that, and the storefront was more like a showroom to get people in there. And I had a website at the time too.
Nice,
But I
nice.
still do, but that started out that way.
And when you started off, did you get any support from like friends and family, like
Oh,
in order
yeah.
to kind of like boost yourself up?
Oh yeah, the grand opening was family and friends came
Okay.
down, and it's funny. I should point out too is that you're being amazed like who supports you and who doesn't. Like when you open a business and start one,
Right.
you're thinking certain people would support you, but then the opposite will. And that's what happened.
That's crazy, and it's always like strangers too.
Yeah.
In most cases, it's like strangers that kind of like, you know, just have that genuine vibe. And as soon as you meet them, they're like, you know what? Yo, I like what you're doing.
Yeah, and that's how it is. It still is like that.
Right.
I still get people come in, never heard the store. They come in, big supporters.
Right.
They'll do a Google review, pictures, and tell their friends and grab some flyers, which is
Wow.
great.
That's amazing.
And
That's
the
amazing.
goal too. You always want to keep growing. You never want to just stop and be stagnant. Just want to keep on going.
All right. And you mentioning, when did you kind of like get your first stock in, like saying that, you know what, this is the first stuff to sell, and how did that go for you?
Actually, it's funny because I originally was supposed to be a unisex store for
Okay.
guys and girls. But when I started shopping for inventory, I could not find women's stuff to blend in with the guys' look that I wanted. And I also thought, after getting fed up with looking for the combination, I was like, you know what, there's so many women's stores in Buffalo. There's
Right.
nothing just for the guys. So that's how that came about. And some of the first designs that we had were from Australia, UK, The only U.S. one we had was the Dope brand. Remember that one?
Dope brand, yeah, I
Yeah, they
remember
had
the
the
dope
hats.
brand.
So we
Yes.
were the first store in Buffalo to carry that in 2016.
Okay,
So that was
nice,
our number one seller. And we had
nice.
some other brands. You know, we also sold a lot of accessories, jewelry, and stuff. We didn't have sneakers yet at the time or records because it was a very small space.
Okay.
So we did pretty well with that.
So was dope like the first first brand to kind of like collaborate with you and working with you, or was
Yeah.
there like
I kind of found them. I just hit them up, and you
okay,
know, we just did a wholesale from there.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Well, they saw what because I already had merchandise on the way and some in store already before I had the business, so I kind of kept it at home, and just let them know like what we had, and they're just like, oh, that'll be a good combo.
Right, and also like who came second in terms of like a brand that wanted to be part of, that union that you were building. Who came
Oh,
after
tons of them. Like I've had so many designs over the years.
that? Nice.
We've had like Fair Play, Emperor Apparel, UK, and now I kind of stick with like EPTM. Now we got Sugar Hill, First Row, and but we also carry like hype beast brands like Supreme, Ksubi,
Right.
Essentials, and some other brands
Nice.
too. So kind of mix it in. I forgot, was it my turn or your turn?
It's my turn.
Okay.
Man.
Distraction.
You really want to win this game.
I do. I want that free photo shoot.
But yeah, so next up, okay, so now you have all those brands, you collaborating with them.
Yeah.
So who was your favorite one? Like besides, because you mentioned dope, like, but who was your favorite one? Like, who was the one that, stayed consistent with you and continued to, bring merchandise for you to sell?
I think EPTM. I've been
Okay.
carrying it for a few years. They were stagnant for about a year or two, but then now they're cool again. So now I have them back.
Okay. Oh,
Wait.
uh-huh.
Wait, I'll try and like.
Photo shoot. You already grabbed it.
Ah,
I mean, you could try to push it back. You could try to push it back if you.
am I
Eh,
allowed?
not like that though.
What?
Hey, that's cheating though, right?
I was fixing it. I might not use that one again.
I'm
Now I
gonna
gotta
let
go-
it slide. I'm
I'm
gonna let it slide.
Down. I'm going down.
I'm gonna let it
That's what I
slide.
should do, right?
Yeah. You can fix it.
This is tough. I can't move and see the other side. This is the one.
All right. So when it came to your store as well, you know how like you mentioned you started off just small and small.
Mm-hmm.
When everything started going up for you, like what was the feeling? What was the feeling of being a store owner and
Oh, it was scary
uh,
at first.
it was
It was
scary?
actually scary to start it. That's what I was supposed to open up 2 years earlier, but it's that fear. You don't know how much you got to save or what you got to do. What if no one likes what you got and you go under?
Right.
So that I did that too. I saved up money for like at least 2.5 years, 3 years, as much as possible, just in case something happened. And I also knew that you're not going to make money right away too. I learned that.
Yeah, you're not gonna make money right away. That's
No,
that's the
it takes
thing
time.
though. There's a lot of stores selling clothes. Like
And exactly, you gotta stand out. And I learned that from talking to other business owners, designers, whatnot. And they said the most unique ones last longest, and that's what I always want to be. And that's why my strict rule for the store is I want to carry things you don't normally see in Buffalo.
right.
So no, I'm not gonna carry the same thing everybody else is. I try not to. I might
That's
have some
facts.
stuff, but most of it I try not to.
That's
Like I just turned
facts.
somebody down today because he's available in a lot of stores in Buffalo. It's like I don't want that.
Yeah, you want to be unique.
Exactly. Now it's the whole concept of the store and why I opened this business in the first place because I couldn't shop here.
Yeah, you want to be unique because because once every store has it, now you're not even gonna have like clients as much. A lot of customers will just go to whatever store that's closer to them.
Right.
And
Or who
that's
has the
that's
lowest.
competition too.
Yeah, or they'll price point it and see who's selling it for less.
Right. Yeah, I understood.
You know,
And
go
and
to-
also you mentioned you were scared at first. How did you overcome that fear though?
I was working for somebody else and they're working me like a dog and I didn't like it anymore. So I was like, screw this, I'm out.
Wow.
And they also told me that I was trying to take over my boss's position. She was ready to retire soon. And the day she told me that she talked to corporate and they asked her, like, do you think Gio would be a good fit to replace you? And she told me she didn't think so. So I was like, thanks. Why am I here?
Right. Like she didn't believe in you, so you wanted to prove them wrong.
Yep, exactly.
How about right now though? Like, do they kind of like watch you or do they talk to you?
Yeah. My old boss doesn't work there anymore. She has dreams of opening her own business, and I keep telling her, like, just do it, just do it.
Right.
And yeah,
Wow.
I'm sure
That-
the other
that-
ones are
that's
watching. The other one that was I didn't get along with, she retired already.
right.
Not my boss, but somebody else from the company. I just saw her like a couple weeks ago walking by. We talked a little bit. So big changes there.
That's
No, I don't
inspiring.
miss that place.
That's inspiring though. That's
Yeah.
inspiring because like, having all those people telling you, "Oh, I don't think it's capable. Oh, this and that," treating you
Oh, I
this
have
and
heard that. I've heard,
you
yeah, I've heard that it's not going to last long, whatnot. And here I am 8 years later, and I don't know where those people are anymore.
know.
I don't care.
Yeah, big flex, big flex.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
That's the
Cause
goal. That's the goal. That's the goal that I always had too. I'd never wanted to work for somebody else again. So when things are going down, I just kind of like revamp. I won't go out as much. I'll just kind of save money, do a sale or something. There's always a way to like get your business back up and running.
no, that's key. That's key. And plus, you have to have that mindset.
Yep.
And I had one girl here. She has a salon, and she said the same exact thing. The salon that she was working at, they were treating her like, like nothing. Like they wasn't giving her any, like a lot of respect. That because she was bringing them money. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, and at one point they will kind of like try to put fear into her, like, oh, you will never open. Oh, opening a store is so. Opening a salon is so hard. Da 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 da. She ended up opening one, and she's young and she's doing good.
Good.
She's having a lot of clients too.
That's that push. I love that.
Exactly,
I'm gonna prove
exactly,
you wrong. That's exactly what I did too.
exactly.
Yep.
And how is competition though? How do you handle competition from other retail stores that's selling clothes, shoes, and even like accessories?
So I don't even see it that way. Actually, we're at collaborate with other stores. We just collaborate with Distorted Kicks, La Vie. So we got some of his stuff in there. We just spoke with Everything Vintage on Elmo or Hurdle. So there's no, even like my cousin Vintage and I, we're all cool. Like there really is no competition. If you have one, then there's something wrong with you, because each one of us has our own different design and style.
But don't you think competition kind of like give like the owners that push to continue to bring more creativity, more light to their.
I guess in a way it
To their
could.
business.
And when I first started, I was like that, but then you realize they don't care, so why should I care?
Right.
And then you just realize as long as you're busy, you're doing good, then there is no competition. You don't even think about that stuff. And that's how it's been the last couple of years. I don't even follow who else is doing the same thing I do.
So you just do your
Just doing
own
my
thing.
and then that's your focus, and then you do better that way too.
I respect that. I respect that, and I feel like it kind of like it makes you like stand out, because people see, okay, Gio, like, what's going, like Gio, he got his own thing on. Now you give them
I
something
do
to
hear
talk
that.
about,
I do hear that too.
right?
Yep.
That's amazing. Because when I also saw you at the gala, it was Alexandria. She was like, "Oh my gosh, that's Gio. He owned that store. Where the store located? Oh, I
Yep.
think she came to you and asked.
Yeah, that was
you.
a fun interview too.
Yeah, she came to you and asked you like,
Yep.
where is the trend
Yep.
up? So she kind of like pay attention to like all the. Basically, it's all about standing out, and
Yep.
you've
It
been
was
doing
funny
a
because
great
everybody
job.
there knew who I was. I was just in line asking, "Can I get an interview?" And they knew who I was. Like, oh yes,
Yeah, come on, come on, come
it'll
on.
be fun.
Yeah, Alexandra went to grab you. She said,
Yeah.
"We need him on it."
I was like, yes.
I said, "Okay, okay, let me get to know him."
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
a
that's
lot of
amazing.
fun.
Yeah, and also, how about like parents? Did they at first when you opened up the store, because you remember you mentioned in the last part that you and your mom were not seeing each other eye to eye.
Oh, that was years
And
ago.
exactly,
Yeah.
yep. And so like when you opened up your store, were they supporting you in
Oh,
any type of
very.
way?
I was kind of scared to tell my parents because,
Okay.
especially my dad, he's very old school. Growing up, he's like, get a real job, do this, do that. Even my grandfather was always trying to try to get me to be a doctor or a teacher or whatever, and
Right.
work for somebody else. That was the old school mentality. So I told my mom first; she was all for it. And when I told my dad, I was kind of nervous, but he was actually very supportive. Like when I was ready to move in, he was like offering to help paint the walls and everything I needed. We started like shopping for clothing racks and whatnot. So it was a nice surprise. Even now, if I need help in a store, like he's there. Like need help installing something or whatever. My mom too, very supportive. She'll share everything that I post for the store on her page on Facebook. Suspense. Oh, very good.
We got it. We got it. But
Very
yeah,
good.
that's amazing that they were able to be there for you. Support you in any type of way. And
Yep.
yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, and also being a store owner, you do go through a hard time.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you mentioned how like having especially a store that you're selling clothes, shoes, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
You don't always start off with big bang. You don't always start
No.
off with like a lot of money coming in.
No, you might have
Um,
good days, but you still got to buy inventory and pay
exactly.
rent.
Yep. You got to pay rent,
Yep.
electricity, whatever that's there.
Yep.
And did you ever go through that phase in your life where you're like, you know what, like this is too much, and you try to give up? And
Oh,
how,
yeah.
how was that for you?
Well, my friends and I, well, there was an incident like last year where I was like, screw this, I'm done. Jay over here, he was like, no, you're not doing that.
You're not
doing
doing
what you do.
that.
And then people
Shout
came
out
in
to
the
you, bro.
store. People came in the store were even like, you can't do that. We need you here. And this is a community center. People love it. We come
Right.
in here, we vent. It's a good vibe. And that's what inspired me to, you're right. All have our bad times, so might as well stay and keep doing this. And
Right. So,
that's what gets me going every day too.
all right. So like the
I like
people
what I
around
do.
you kind of like believe in you,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
they continue to push you to keep going.
I have a great circle of friends, family. They're all encouraging. So it's like, that's why I do this too.
That's amazing. So like, yeah, you just mentioned that. So like, what's your thought about a circle that you should keep?
Definitely keep a positive circle. If you got negativity, kind of ease your way out of that.
Right.
Like I remember dropping a friend years ago, very negative. I always have like something positive in my life going on. He would always bring it down, drain your energy. You just gotta drop them, and then you feel better afterwards. You don't regret it. And always keep a good circle of friends around you. Like I have a small group of friends, and we go everywhere together, and that's our clique.
And I like how you guys just pulled up here.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah. I was talking to one person. I see 4 people. I'm like, oh shoot, okay.
I never travel alone.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Because you never know. You never know, man. I mean, being a store owner, also, it's a lot of eyes on you.
There
People
is.
might think, oh, he got all this cash on him. He got all this
I know.
on
I love
him.
it. They think we're rich. I'm like, I'm just average.
Right. Nah,
I live in a
people.
studio. I don't have a condo. Just average. I'm just me.
It's just you,
Yeah.
It's just you. It's just you living your life, trying to make a
Exactly.
living.
Yeah, like everybody else.
Yeah, definitely. So what's the future of Trendup? Like, how does the future look? What else are you trying to, do? Because, I mean, you don't got to tell us too much because a lot of times, with the future, people like to be more reserved with that,
Who knows? Maybe someday I might move a different location or expand where we are now.
Okay, you trying to open a store in New York City and a store
If I
here?
win Mega Millions, yeah, or
Right.
whatever happens. But who knows? It might be a second location in Buffalo, or I might just move it or stay. Who knows?
Right.
Because right now I'm very comfortable where I'm at. Like invested a lot of money there. I love the location. If anything, it might be just new merchandise. Maybe switch it around a little bit. I'm always rearranging the store.
Right.
Some of our regulars know that. Every time they come in, it's like a little different in here. I'm like, yes, thank you for noticing.
Definitely. And how is the community? I mean, I mentioned 95 Allen Street. How's the
Mhm.
community? Like, how does the people kind of like treat you like within the community of Allen?
Oh, it's great. Like all of our neighbors, we all know each other. We all get along. In fact, we just created a block club for Allen Street recently, about
Really?
a month ago.
Okay.
So all the business owners, we got together because there was an association for Allentown, but they refused to work with the businesses. They're doing their own thing. So we want to be more like Wood and Hurdle, how there's an association that promotes a business and bring people over. So we got together as business owners, went to City Hall, got the right paperwork. We have a meeting with our councilman soon, and we're doing it the right way.
Wow.
So now we're doing our own events, own marketing. Everyone's doing their own thing. Like I'm part of the PR, so I get the media involved when needed.
Okay.
One person's doing like social media. Every time we have something, we send to her, and she posts it.
Right.
And we have also like a party planner committee where we do events now. We're doing first Friday gallery walk still, but our own way.
Okay.
Second Saturdays throughout the year. Each month's a different theme. And now we're working on the holiday season, so that's coming up soon too.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So
And
big
yeah,
things.
so I feel like that's beautiful because it kind of brings the city back together. Remember
Yeah.
Buffalo? A lot of people used to say city of good neighbors. So it has to
Exactly.
be like that. You feel me?
Oh, exactly.
It has to be like that because at the end of the day, with everything that's been going on, like we gotta come together.
We do.
You
Especially
know?
now, a lot of crazy stuff going on in the
A
world.
lot
and
of crazy
city, and It's
stuff.
like you just got to do positive things. If you want to change, you got to be the change and start making it happen.
That's a fact. You gotta be the change. Exactly. Well said.
Yep.
But yeah, and so my last question to you, Gio, is what advice would you give a young entrepreneur looking to open up a store, probably in the future, or looking into going into acting and doing other things? What would be your advice?
Definitely just do it. Like if you want to open a store, work in a retail, work in that kind of store that you want to own your someday,
Okay.
and become friends. Like just intern if you can. If you're older, like start working in one, make friends with someone who owns a business. Google helps too, videos, and just ask a million questions. That's how I learned too. I made friends with business owners
Okay.
and ask them a million questions. Sometimes just work in their store and just learn it. If you want to be an actor, there's like companies in Buffalo. Even Facebook has like a casting call page where you can just go on there and look for casting calls.
Really?
It's almost every day there's something going on. Now they have the studio in Buffalo. Like, just look around on Facebook and network.
Really?
we're
I
getting
I even
close
know
here.
that there was like a casting call. So like,
There is.
so the casting call is more for like the people that just want to be in acting.
Yeah,
like
or like they need
movies.
extras.
Okay. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I forgot to ask you. Did you ever submit your like your clothes and stuff like that into the runways, the Buffalo runways? Because you mentioned that you started off at first, making clothes for yourself. Actually,
Oh, no, never make clothes for myself.
no, for the people.
No, when?
You mentioned earlier.
I make clothes?
Yeah, like you
No,
started off
No, I started as a stylist.
stylist,
I would go to different stores
My
and
bad.
get outfits for them and dress them
Okay.
up. Yep.
Nice,
That's what I meant.
nice. Yeah,
Yep.
so like being a stylist, did you at least took an opportunity to like style some models throughout like the Buffalo fashion runways and stuff like that?
Nothing like that. More for like just practice. Like I would
Okay.
take some local models and dress them up. We'll
Okay.
go to a store, get an outfit, get a photographer, and do like photo shoots for them and for the store
Nice, nice.
in that aspect. And I did help out even before I opened a store. I was helping out in fashion shows behind the scenes, like behind the scenes, like dressing them up, getting them all ready, working with designers in Buffalo.
That's amazing. That's
So
amazing.
when I was ready, I told everybody at the last fashion show, I was like, in a few months, I'm going to have my own store. Be watching out. And then I was actually in that fashion show, too. That's the
Okay.
next one.
And then a few years later,
Still here.
still here. But yeah. So that's the end of it. Appreciate you, Gio. So for those that don't know where the location is at, I've mentioned it like 100 times already throughout this
95
video.
Allen.
95 Allen, 95 Allen Street, Buffalo, New York. And what's the zip code?
14202.
14202. Go in, do some shopping. You don't even got to do some shopping. Just go in, check it out for yourself. You
Yeah.
could always come back. Let somebody else know about the store. But yeah,
Oh, and I have a website, too, trendupstore.com.
trendupstore.com.
And all social media is trendupstore.
Trend Store.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much, Gio. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. You want to finish up the game?
I just did it. Your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ready to knock it over?
Nah. If you knock it over there.
No, I just took one out. Your turn.
Let me see. I think I get this one right here. All right. Get somebody to win. Yeah.
I feel it wobbly already. There's no way to win.
And I think to myself,
There's no way.
what a wonderful world.
There's no way to do this.
Hey. Come on. You want to win the photo shoot?
There's no way to do this.
Come on.
It's architecturally
Come
impossible.
on. You can.
Oh, wait. What about?
Yeah, from there down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Just
Yep.
grab that one and then let
Yep.
it fall.
No, not fall. Don't want that.
Let it fall.
It's wobbling. Can I fix it?
Nah.
Am I allowed to
now
fix
with,
it?
Now with two hands, you could do it with one hand.
What?
Or,
Okay.
or like this. Not like this.
I want to like fix it so it doesn't fall. Right?
Oh, hell. Come on now.
It's going to work.
Oh, my God.
Steady.
Too competitive, Jill.
I'm very competitive. Who's talking? Okay, your turn.
Damn, bro. Now, this is too much now.
I'm nervous for
Why
you.
is table so
I know.
sticky, bro?
Nope, gotta be in here.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're right there. Let's see. Cause they're all like
It's impossible.
It's impossible. I just gotta take the L. Okay, we got this one.
You can't do that one.
Yes, we can.
Wait.
It's at the bottom.
Aw.
Yep.
If
Come
I
on,
would've known-
Gio.
if I would've
Come
known that, I would
on.
have done that.
Come on.
Can't.
And I think to myself,
Yeah.
Can I do this one?
No, not
what
that
a
one.
wonderful
Let me hear. You can take that one if you want.
But you can't. If I take this one, that's going to fall. Or... Can I, like, push this in?
Gio, I can't help you.
Can I push that in?
I can't help you, Gio. I would be so mad, bro.
Oh, I feel it. It's going to fall.
Can you do that? Can you do what he's doing?
Well, I am.
Can you do that? Can you, like... You can?
I
Gio,
did. Now it's your turn.
you scamming me. You scamming me, Gio.
I would never.
I got scammed. I got scammed, bro. What's going on, bro?
What to do, what to do. Oh, yeah.
All right, man.
Yes, that's a
there you go,
twofer.
man.
That's
This
a
is It's the
twofer.
Bitch Out Podcast, man. Y'all go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Shout out to you. You just want a free
Thank
photo
you.
shoot. Just let me know when you want it, and we outside. Let's go.
Do this. That was fun. And I won.